Today we're going to talk about what to do before we start arranging our flowers. There's nothing quite like a bunch of fresh flowers to bring life and colour into the home. The first thing we need to do before we actually start is choose a vase. So I've chosen this one for today. There's nothing that flowers hate more than bacteria. It clogs up the stems, it prevents flow of water. It's flower's absolute nemesis, so we need to eliminate any bacteria in our vase before we start. No matter how clean you think your vase is, it could be cleaner. So I'm going to start by putting just a little bit of bleach into my vase. And I'm going to top that up with water so it can really soak. And we can let that soak while we pay some more attention to our flowers. So our flowers are going to be sitting somewhere in this vase. Once we decide the height that we want, we can then start to think about cutting them to suit the vase itself. When we cut our flowers, we are absolutely going to need a pair of secateurs. Scissors will absolutely not cut the mustard in this scenario. And we're going to cut all the stems on an angle to allow surface area for the water to absorb. See how I'm just cutting on an angle and just cut them all kind of a similar height. Now we need to remove all the foliage that's going to be sitting below the water line. So I predict that I'm going to fill my vase up about halfway with water. So that means about halfway I need to strip all the foliage from there downwards. You can use your hands to do this. It's very simple. So the reason why we do remove all of the leaves is so that we can prevent bacteria from forming in the vase. Leaves can make the vase go murky and slimy, and that's the last thing we want. So I just remove everything that's going to be below the water, and my flowers do last so much longer. So now I'm finished with my flowers, I can turn my attention back to my vase. Empty out your bleach water and fill the vase back up with fresh water about halfway. Now, don't worry too much about rinsing your vase because flowers do not mind a little bit of bleach at all. So to prolong the life, I'm going to use a flower food, which most people don't have in their home, or you can, as a substitute, use some standard sugar. Just a tablespoon, plonk it in, and that's going to really help feed your flowers while they're in the vase. And there you have it, the basics of flower preparation. To have more tutorials like these, subscribe to us at The Flower Project.